Hey everyone, it's Dominic, the Primetime Treasure Hunter. Welcome back to another video. We are about to head into the Primetime Treasure Mobile to go do some treasure hunting at the local flea market, and maybe we'll hit up a few sales after that depending on time. But before I do that, I wanted to just show you one sale that I made this morning, and that's this lot of 55 Iron Man comic books sold for $60. So that's consistent with the pricing strategy I was talking about in yesterday's video, which is to try to sell these bulk books. In other words, they're books that are not worth much individually. Try to sell them for more than $1 a piece for your final price. So I had them listed for $69.99. Person offered me 50 bucks. We met in the middle at $60. So, you know, if you tried to just sell this issue that you see right here, even though it's an older issue that has a 35-cent price on it, or this one right here, they're really just not worth that much individually, and so it's just not worth my time to piece those out. So just kind of grabbing some Iron Man from like this collection here, this is a collection of comic books, and other collections I have scattered around. I just make these little lots, and you know, somebody gets a great deal, and for me it's all profit because I've made my money back from, you know, the more expensive issues in the collection. And so just showing you how you could just, you know, bring in a continuous flow of money with these comic book collections if you source them right and if you process them right. It does take time to do, but as long as you're patient, as long as you enjoy it, it's a great way to bring in some additional revenue into your reselling business. So let's head on over to the flea market and see if we can find some more treasures over there. Hey Daisy, I just wanted people to know that you actually do look awake sometimes. So especially people who are new to the channel. You know, some of your longtime fans know that, but lately I've been filming you sleeping a lot. So you do look awake sometimes. Oh, and by the way, let's show people what your outfit is that Mrs. Primetime put on you. It says Queen Bee. Queen Bee. So I just had to return to my car because my pen dried out for signing a cash receipt, but I picked this one up sealed. It recently sold for $30 on eBay, so for $2, definitely a no-brainer. Pick this one up. What do you think? Should I pick it up? Nah, I think I'll stay away based on my prior eBay jail experience. So this jacket is really pretty cool with the skull and the bullet hole in it, and it's got a signature here. This was hand painted onto here because if you look here, this is a Wilson jacket. It did not come like this. Someone put this on here. I know the guy selling this stuff, and I gotta see how much he wants for it. Okay, so I am curious. Let me know what you would have paid for this. They want $100 for it. I am not paying $100. He probably would have went a little bit lower. This artist right here is a local artist, but again, I think $100 is too much. But let me know, what would you have paid for this item? One thing you also should know about this, it does have a little bit of damage here to the leather. Another guy who's like a biker guy was telling me most he'd pay for this is like 75 bucks. So if that does anything to your opinion on this. So remember that Nintendo Entertainment System that I purchased recently at the garage sale? Well, I'd like to have a game in there to test it out because I also have one of the guns I need to test out too for games like Duck Hunt. So this is the game I've been looking into purchasing. Now this guy wants 10 bucks for it, but I got another guy towards the beginning of the flea market who only wants $4 for it. So I'm gonna go pick that up from him, but I was just doing a little comparative shopping to see if I could get it from anyone for cheaper. He's got 3 copies of it, so I'm gonna pick it up from him. So I picked this one up for $4 from the other seller. Good deal for something that I'm gonna use as a testing game. In other words, I'm not gonna sell this, at least not right now, unless I pick up a whole bunch of other games. Really, the primary purpose of this is to put it in the console and to show potential buyers that the system works. That always increases the chances of making the sale. I could also confidently say that the gun works. There's a gun accessory. There's an orange version and a gray version. I have the orange version that I picked up at an estate sale a while back and just been sitting around because I've had no way to test it. And so this is going to allow me to do a lot of things, both testing systems and testing accessories. So I'm glad for that. Now, I did actually, ironically, see a Nintendo Entertainment System today in the original box. Now, it was a later version. It was from 1990. It's the action set. It was worth about $85. That includes shipping and stuff. So I asked the guy how much he wanted for it, and he said $75. Now, for no way to test the system, for it being worth about $85 right now compared to, you know, what's the lowest price that competition is selling it for with shipping, it really just didn't make sense to pick that up. So that was kind of what my day was like today. There were some cool 1970s Corvette magazines that someone wanted $1 a piece for, but even reselling them in lots, they go for about $1.35 a piece. And so even if I got a little bit of a deal with her, it still wouldn't have really made much sense when you're factoring in shipping and stuff. So these are the things you always have to think of and run through before you make a purchase. So the only thing I really picked up today to resell is this item right here. So it's just one of those days where, you know, things did not make sense to purchase. And so, you know, that's the advantage if you have a lot of inventory. You just don't feel a lot of pressure to go out and purchase, and you could take your time and make wise and safe decisions. So anyway, I'm going to head back to Primetime Treasure headquarters. I took a look, and there's really not anything good going on in terms of garage sales or estate sales or anything like that. So just going to head back, and if anything interesting happens the rest of the day, I will document it and let you know. Now, on the way back to Primetime Treasure headquarters, I did a do-dash, and for those of you who like my little snack food tips and discoveries every once in a while, found something new that I want to tell you about. I love the potato skins that they make, and Fridays has them, and they've got a new flavor, at least one I have not seen before, pepperoni pizza. That is awesome, so I can't wait to dig into these. Just wanted to pass those on to you. So it is a bunch of cardboard that I got from PetSmart, right behind PetSmart. There's a whole bunch of it there, nice and sturdy to cut up to use for packing. Now, another thing to keep in mind if you're looking for big pieces of cardboard for your reselling business for protection and shipping, right here is a good example of a store display from PetSmart, and they were just getting rid of it. They didn't need it, and I could just cut all these pieces up as cardboard. You know, you just take the dog picture off of there, and look at this. This is all a whole bunch of big pieces of cardboard, or just a bunch of it, including the box. So it's great. It's nice and strong, you know, because it's meant to be sturdy to hold product and all that stuff. So just wanted to pass on that little tip. You could always just ask them if they have any that they're getting rid of, or you could just check in the back of the store. They're usually just standing up for garbage just to discard. No way. Oh, I gotta get this. You're still sleeping again? What is this pose? Do you like your little diva pillow that you sleep on? You're just a big fur ball. You kind of camouflaged in there. I can't even tell like what's part Daisy and what is part pillow. I really don't know. That's one of the mysteries of Daisy right now. You need a haircut. You got like 80s hair right now. What is with this? What is with this? There's your face right there. You are so 80s right now, Daisy. Oh my gosh. You're waking up now? Hi, Daisy. Hi there. Look at that tail. You waking up now? Now you're waking up. Say hi to all your fans. Hello. Say hi to OGC. He's a new fan of yours. OGC. Yeah. So I figured I'd just show you the result of the cardboard that I cut up. This was the pet display from PetSmart, and it's all cut up into different sizes. This is the biggest one over here, and just this gives me a lot of options if I have, you know, something like that big JFK, Jackie Onassis piece, or you know, that big paper doll piece, or it could be like a giant poster or something that I want to keep flat. They're really good options for that. Then I have these smaller ones here that I cut up, and these are ones that I tend to use for protecting comic books, toys. I'll make custom boxes to surround things like toys and trains and things that are in boxes. Like, you know, you can see this one that I have right here, this big Lionel train box. Like, if I don't have a perfect size box for that, I could just create a custom one out of these and just tape the cardboard to the sides and just fit it, and then I could just wrap it in one of those big 24-inch poly bags and I'm all set. So just wanted to show you this is important. And another reason why I wanted to pass it on to you is that you really want to try to avoid, like for me during the week, cutting up a lot of cardboard while orders are coming in. Like if I could find a bit of free time over the weekend to get all this stuff prepared for me during the week when I know it's going to be crazy busy, this saves me a lot of time, especially if I have to be up early the next morning. I don't have to spend time worrying about cutting cardboard. Just grab it and I'm all set to go. All right, everyone. Well, I'm going to wrap up the video at this point. Make sure that you answer the question that is the title of the video. Would you have bought that jacket with the skeleton on it, the bullet hole through the skull, the blood on the bottom, the signature that says Dice on it? Now, that's not Andrew Dice Clay, if you're wondering that. It did say 1996 at the bottom there, right below the signature, but it's a local artist named Dice. It's not somebody you know, super famous or anything like that. But the art was cool on it. I'm just curious, what is the max you would have paid for it? And what's the max you think that you could have gotten out of it? There was a biker lady who was standing there next to the biker guy who told me she thought $100 was a good price for it, but that would be retail. The guy next to her said 75 is the max he would pay. But, you know, I don't know. I'm not saying they're right. I'm curious what you think. So anyway, that's pretty much it. So make sure you leave a comment down below and come by and join the Facebook group and follow me on Instagram. All those links are down below. Check out my eBay store as well. I got lots of cool items listed there. And I'll see you all at the next video. Take care, everyone.